Taylor, and I am documenting the process of learning how to release one brand new piece of music and video every week. So there's a video that I'm editing, really high quality. There's music that we're recording in this little one-room studio once a week. Mixing, mastering, arrangements. There's one of the arrangements right here, some of the sheet music. And I'm going to make these videos, and I'd love to get feedback from anybody watching. I'm learning from Gary Vaynerchuk, who says to document and not create. You know, when you make content, just sharing the experience of creating, sharing the experience of your world. So I'm pivoting to this new model of releasing one video and one piece of music every week and sharing with you the process. How do I do that? How am I going to figure out how to do that every week? It's not going smoothly all the time. So right now, what I'm sharing with you is how I do the final listen of the track. So we have this track, Waiting for the Rain, original song by Karen Mall with full string orchestra that we recorded on the river that goes through Austin, Texas. And I'm going to listen through the final mastered wave file to make sure that everything's okay, make sure nothing sticks out before I then release it to my distributors, who then will make sure that hopefully it'll get out there by Tuesday. So when we do the live show and we do the video, people can go listen to it on all their platforms. So this is like what I call the final listen through. I got my headphones. So if you have headphones, get some headphones now. We're going to listen through, and I might say a few things. I might stop it and just show you my process of sort of deciding that, hey, it's good enough to release. Because if I were to just let my mind go crazy, the perfectionist mind that it is, I probably would not release things once a week, because there's just an endless stream of it's not good enough. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. But this is a live track, so I'm going to have a little more room to accept some of the imperfections. And at the same time, some of the recordings that I love most out there from the 70s and 60s and back have that human element of imperfection. And I think that imperfection is almost necessary in this world we live in, when everything is quantized and perfect, and when we can just craft it into a piece that doesn't even represent anything that would have happened in real life. I mean, it's just a cut and pasted version of reality. So here's the track, and I'm going to share my screen with you. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm doing this, I'm using Restream to go out to all my different platforms. Everything is going out to Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, yeah, all the different channels. I hope it's not going to Karen's channel, because that would be, yep, it shouldn't be. And we're going to listen through Waiting for the Rain. So get some headphones. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and then we're going to go over and press, if everything sounds good, we're going to press release, and it's going to go out. And the next thing I'm going to work on is the actual video from the concert that we did 3 years ago on the Lady Bird Lake, Austin. So here we go. Here is Waiting for the Rain. One of the first things, I'll stop it here when it gets to that point. I may need to reload that page. Okay, so I'm going to actually go here and share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Or do I already have my screen shared? I guess I do. Okay, let's reload this. I'm going to go check on Facebook to make sure everything's coming through. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to listen through this Waiting for the Rain. It's not sure if it's sharing my screen. There we go. All right, should be now. All right, let's listen.
It's dark in here. It smells like dirt.
All right, so one of the things I noticed when I first listened to it, I want to make sure that at the very start of that music that there aren't any glitches or anything like that. So it sounded great. Now I noticed that the time starts between the drums and the bass and Karen on the guitar. There's a little bit of a struggle there, and it kind of finds its place. So it kind of did create some tension in my body, and part of me didn't want to release this because of this one imperfection. But I've decided that it's a live recording. I'm putting it on it's Waiting for the Rain live, and that I think most people listening to it are not going to hear that. There aren't any out of tune notes. There are no, like, one of my bars that I will not skip is out of tune notes. So far there's no out of tune intonation problems, but the time is the next one. Like, the time and the intonation got to be right on. But in this case, it's a live recording, so there's a little bit of push and pull in the time, but eventually it kind of smooths out, and it's great for the rest of the piece. I don't want to go in there and try to cut and paste and move things around, because it would take forever to do that. So let's listen to it from the beginning again, and I won't say anything. We'll just listen to the whole track and make sure there aren't any digital glitches or anything that I just can't live with. So this is our final listen through for a single, if you just joined us, called Waiting for the Rain. It's an original piece by Karen, and I composed the string arrangement that goes along with this, and we recorded this on the bridge over Lady Bird Lake, downtown Austin. And I've got beautiful video and drone footage. Eventually we're going to release this as a film about the whole experience, but we're releasing a single from it. So here we go from the top again.
It's dark in here. It smells like dirt. I'm breaking open, but it doesn't hurt. I'm pushing up. I don't know why. Here comes the sun. The world can see my leaves unfold while underground my roots take hold. A lot of rain, oh, a field of mud. I think I've made a tiny bud. Don't know what's to come. I'm living for today, reaching for the sun and waiting for the rain. I'm feeding bees, I'm turning heads. My petals are the brightest red. A little pinch, a smiling face. I'm standing in a crystal vase. Don't know what's to come. I'm living for today, reaching for the sun and waiting for the rain. Now I'm so tired of standing tall. I can hardly lift my drooping head at all. A stroke of luck, I'm bound for sleep, relaxing on this compost heap. Don't know what's to come. I'm living for today,
So there we go. That was a live recording, and we re-recorded the strings because there was just too much wind on the bridge. And the trumpet solo, if you noticed there, it kind of went to a low quality because there wasn't an actual mic on the trumpet. We had to kind of make it work with the mics from the original recording on the bridge. So I'm just accepting that. It's kind of like when that section comes, it's going into an old time flavor, you know, like an old recording from the 20s or 30s, and so it has that live, you know, old time swing feel. I didn't hear anything that besides those few imperfections, like the time at the beginning and then the trumpet, but I think this is ready to go, and so it's ready to go. I'm documenting the process of creating one new single each week. Now I was lucky, this one I didn't have to create in the studio. This is a live recording, and I have a whole album of these. It's quite grueling to do this every week, to start from scratch and create something. I mean, it literally takes the entire 7 days for me to film, mix, master, edit, all that, and make a really high quality piece of art, like one song, even if we're doing a cover, you know. So I'm documenting the process, and this video was about the final listen through of the audio file. Theoretically, I would be having this ready 1 week before, so I will want to submit it 1 week before the release date. So we're releasing on Tuesdays, so we do our live show on Tuesdays, and we play the video and talk about it. For all of the music to be available on all the platforms, I would want to release it 1 week before that. It's Saturday, so I'm just kind of rolling the dice here. Hopefully it'll be up on Spotify by Tuesday. I still have yet to be able to work that far in advance. But we've got a schedule here. I'll show you what I'm doing here. This is my little release schedule. As you can see, here are some tracks we're considering releasing. I've got a track with Willie Nelson. Yes, Willie Nelson. The track with Sean Colvin, Gary Clark Jr. So there's some of the big name people that we're releasing. And this one, August 25th, Betty Sue. That was last Tuesday. Just released that, and here's Waiting for the Rain. We're gonna do Homeward Bound the following week. Come Together, I've released that way in advance because I wanted to actually release that and get it, what's it called? Submit it to playlist consideration on Spotify. Spotify, if you're if you have access to your artist backend, you can submit directly to playlist editors. So the next time I can submit will be after this date. Like once you've submitted, they won't let you do it again until after, you know, that date. So Norwegian Wood we're going to do on the 29th, although I think we're going to do that on the 29th. And then these are all the Tuesdays for the rest of the year, all the way up to the end. There's not many. So the idea is to kind of get ahead of ourselves and schedule these out. And I haven't even got into the promotion of it and there's just so much. This is so challenging to do every week. I mean, just the pure editing, mixing, mastering, making the video, and all that can take up the entire 7 days if I let it. So there's an art to sort of not getting caught up too much in the details. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed me sharing with you this track that we're going to release on Tuesday. Sending it out today on the interwebs, and there's still 2 of you watching on Strings Attached. Let me know if you like this kind of content or if this is just a distraction. I'm debating whether I want to create a new channel that's just like Will Taylor extras, behind the scenes, the processes, you know, that kind of stuff, and then I can sort of keep the Strings Attached channels for music only. But maybe some of you would enjoy this. I mean, who knows? You can again, follow us on all channels. There should be links in this live video. Instagram, we're on Spotify, Will Taylor and Strings Attached. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, or go right now to Spotify and make sure you follow us. Thanks for watching. I'm getting back to editing the video now, and I hope you have a great night. Take care. This has been fun.